Oh, this was funnier in my head. Man City have offered me a job interview, and I'm laughing it off. Laughing it off. You just beat me last episode, then you get rid of your manager, then you come to me going, oh, can you be a manager? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Decline. Get out of my face. Welcome back to Part to Prem. Nah, not going to Man City. Not today, at least. How's it going, folks, and welcome back to Park to Prem. Today, it's Friday, in case you didn't know. It's episode number 14. We have a triple header, a trip to Old Trafford, a trip to North London, and in between, we're welcoming West Ham as we take on a few of the teams in and around us. Now, since you were last here, only 4 matches played in the league. We've gone unbeaten in them, and as things stand, we're in 5th. We're doing okay. Today's opposition, though, in Manchester United and Arsenal are two teams currently gatekeeping the Champions League spot. So today's mission, try and get into the top 4. Now, as I already mentioned, since you were last here, only 4 matches played. We've gone unbeaten in them. We kick things off with a 5-2 win against Southampton. Kind of sums up this season for us. We're just going to try and score more than other teams, and we managed to do that here. It was a good little performance, great team display, as you can see by the sea of green ratings. Even gave Kayondo a game. That definitely wasn't because I forgot he was in the team after the cup game. I swear. Following on from that, we had a 2-2 draw against Leicester. Tiny bit disappointing. We deserved to take all 3 points, but one of those games where we didn't really defend that well. They scored the chances that came their way. We didn't score all the ones that came our way. The good news is, since then, we bounced back. We took on Brentford in the most dominant 1-0 ever. We missed a penalty in this game, but we did score the rebound. De Silva, by the way, 4 goals in his last 4 games. The man, our captain, the Peruvian Prince, he's in fine form. He's looked very, very good. He looked great here, even if he did miss a penalty. And we look great here. They didn't have a shot all game. They had an XG of dash. Most recently, we took on Nottingham Forest, a team in the bottom half of the table, over at their ground, the City Ground. We won 2-0, De Silva and Severin with the goals. You might be wondering, Jack, why was Severin playing? I'll tell you why he was playing. Gorajaga broke his collarbone, out for 3 to 6 weeks. Now, ordinarily, you'd look at that and go, well, that's maybe 3 matches. No, it's January. It's December. It's the busiest months of the year coming up. And as a result, the fixtures are coming thick and fast. We have some really important games, and to not have our £72 million man for them really sucks, especially because he's got 10 assists in the league. He is Mr. Assister himself. He's up there in the average ratings. He is going to be missed today. So just to go back to the league table, things are really, really close right now. We're in 5th. If we just look at our past positions, we've never been higher than 5th. So a chance to move into uncharted territory today. You might have also caught it. We have the most goals scored in the league, 35. Unfortunately, we do also have the 5th worst defence. 26 goals conceded in 14 isn't amazing. But look, we're in 5th. Pre-season, media prediction 8th. The Europa League target is being achieved at least right now. And we're ahead of Man City, who, as you saw in the intro, did offer me a job. Now, I didn't notice this until recently, so I don't know if this has always been the case, but in the pre-season kind of preview, I guess, is this still a pre-season? It's kind of the preview now. The odds in this are always weird. Either way, apparently we're favourites to win the league. I'm going to claim that the media know nothing. Newcastle, the current holders, the team currently top, are down in 6th. Liverpool, who are in 2nd, are in 5th. And Chelsea, who apparently are second favourites behind us, well, they're currently 10th in the league. So as far as I'm concerned, these odds are just completely broken. I don't think we have the best team in the league. I mean, we don't even have a player in the media dream 11. And if we take a quick look here at salary per year, we're spending 115 million. I know that we're not small spenders, but compared to the big dogs like Chelsea, like Manchester United, who we're taking on today, like Man City, like Liverpool, I mean, the reality is we are spending peanuts on our wages. If we could get Champions League football this year, that would be quite the achievement. So in terms of team news for today's game, a couple of little changes I've made to the first team as of late. I have dropped the box-to-box midfielder for a centre-mid on attack, and in turn, I've also dropped Moriba, who's been absolutely awful in this position for us. He's really not impressed me since he joined us for just shy of £20 million from Leipzig. On the flip side, Angelo Jr. has done quite well, and I feel like he fits our brand of players who can't really defend, but are quick, are physical, and are good and creative. So we're going to hope that he can do a job for us in the centre of the team. We brought him in to be a real creative, attacking-minded player in the team. Obviously, we've lent into that brand of football quite a lot this year. Hopefully, he's going to make things work for us. When he's played very, very well. He actually had a really good performance. I'm trying to remember who it was against. Was it against Leicester? I think it was his Leicester game. He played well in this game. He got an assist in it. And elsewhere, Severin comes in on the right-hand side for Gorojaga, who, as we've already mentioned, has broken his collarbone. Severin so far, 3 goals in 8 games in the league. Only 2 starts, though. Need goals from him today because, yeah, we are missing the main man. So let's get into things here at Old Trafford. Never an easy place to go, but we're going to hope today we can put in a performance to be proud of. Just looking at their team, Rashford on the left, Karim Adeyemi up top, Almeida, Kimmich, Wesley Fofana, Dean Henderson in goal. It's a pretty good team. Oh, that is not what... What's up? Oh, okay. De Silva might have a knock. We might have a chance here, though. Henia over the free kick. This man is lethal from these. De Silva, can you hurry up, mate? The physio isn't helping him off the pitch. It can't be too serious. Oh, my word. It's hit the woodwork. Dean Henderson holds on to it. First highlight of the game, very nearly a free kick. I'm concerned about De Silva. Apparently, he's damaged his heel. Oh, do I take him off? He scored in his last 4 games in a row. He could be going for that Jamie Vardy record of goals in consecutive matches. Do I really want to take him off? If I don't take him off, though, I'm risking an injury. But this feels like the kind of game where we need the captain on the pitch. And as I talk about this dilemma, Manchester United are in possession and are bringing it forward. Marcus Rashford, taken down by Fofana. Referee waves it away. End-to-end stuff here early on. Severin bursting forward, gives it to Henia. Middleby. The false 9, drifting out wide. 4 players in the middle, floated in. Severin gets his header on it, and the Polish Haaland finds the top corner. Gives us the lead at Old Trafford. That is what you want to see. Really, really nice goal. Middleby. Oh, I mean, I love Middleby. I love the false 9 role, actually. It's the first time with this system that I've really used it this year in Football Manager. And you can see what it's all about there. Drifting into wide areas, creating space for others to run into. And Severin, perfect header, finds the top corner, gets us ahead in this one. Manchester United pinned with the ball deep in their own half here. Kimmich and Wesley Fofana having their own little game on the opposite side of the pitch. But now with Rashford on the near side, United knocking the ball around. We're trying to force turnovers in possession. We're trying to rush them. I suppose you can see here just so many men behind the ball clogging up the midfield, and yet United find their way through. Superb passing play. Oh my word, Ruiz, what a stop that is by the goalkeeper. Rashford perhaps should have done better. It was a lovely worked move by Manchester United. You have to give them credit, but Ruiz made a massive stop. We're going to deal with a corner as well, and I've still got this dilemma of, do I take off De Silva? Do I take him off? He's still showing as a knock. I really want him to get the goal just for the sake of getting a goal to keep the run going. Scored in his last 4. He's our captain. I don't really want to take him off, but I'm perhaps walking on thin ice here. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this. If we get another goal, maybe then I'll take him off and relax a little bit. We'll see how he does here as the ball's lumped over to him. He nods it down to Middleby. That's why I'm keeping him on. Middleby, through on goal, 1-on-1, finds the bottom corner, gives us the 2-0 lead. De Silva can stay on. He got an assist. I know we said 2 goals and we might change it up. That is a really good time for the goal as well. Right before half-time, a little bit of a kick in the gonads for Manchester United. De Silva did well too there to beat Kimmich to the ball in the air. Then Middleby just latches onto it, runs at goal, bears down on it, finds the bottom corner. I said at the start of the year, if he ended up as our top goal scorer, I would do a shoey. You know, if he was top goal scorer in the Prem. Not sure if he will manage that. He's chipping up with some big goals in the big games. I feel like he only ever scores when we're here for an episode. Manchester United making a double change at half-time, so clearly they are not happy with what they've seen in this game. And if we get a third now, I'm going to really start to party. Severin, players queuing up in the middle. So far we've looked good defensively in this game, and while we really nearly probably should have had a third there, Henia heads it just wide. Manchester United on the back foot. They just seem to be gifting us possession every time our highlight begins. We're having less of the ball, but creating so much more with it and looking clinical. Speaking of, that's not clinical, is it? That was anything but clinical. I've just noticed they've made all their subs already, which is interesting. I've still got subs in my back pocket. At what point do I take off De Silva? At what point do I accept the fact he's not going to keep this run of goal-scoring games going? I mean, of all the places for it to end, I suppose Old Trafford isn't exactly the biggest, most shameful of places for it to screech to a halt. We'll wait and see what happens here, though. As Manchester United have the ball, You can see here, we're going to press a little bit. We're going to try and force them long, try and make them kick it up to Tullio as De Silva's one-on-one. Please score, De Silva. Maybe if he doesn't have the knock, he scores it. It's parried away by Dean Henderson to keep this game at 2. Manchester United have really not looked good in this game. And also, from our perspective, it's very rare that we limit teams to this many opportunities. You know, we're not a good team defensively. We concede a lot of goals. And yet, in this game here, for all the creativity, for all the talent that Manchester United have, they've not created a great deal going forward, at least in terms of highlights. I appreciate they've had lots of shots. Oh, I should have taken off De Silva. I should have... Right, Woodward, on you come. It's been pretty impressive so far, Woodward. I've been happy with him for £45 million. I suppose when you buy a £45 million sub, you expect fireworks. He did start his career at Manchester United. He's not related to Ed either, for those wondering. Can he get one over on his former club here? He's in possession. As we look to just knock the ball around here, transitioning back after a free kick. Middleby with the ball. Plays through Woodward, who looked miles offside. He was offside. Wouldn't have counted anyway. Corner on the near side. Joshua Kimmich whipping it in. Near post. Wesley Fofana's header cannons against the crossbar. We get it away from danger. We live to fight another day. Can we hit them on the breakaway now? No. Timber just hacks down Middleby. That was mean. Junior's not had the best game at centre mid, so we're going to bring in Murray. But elsewhere, Butterworth. Remember Butterworth? We signed him last episode. Just going to give him some game time here. This is his appearance for the Park to Prem faithful out there. For those of you who wanted to see the FC United captain play, he's now playing against his I was going to say his former rivals. I guess he probably still hates them. There he is. Click on him, Jack. Find him on the pitch. Middleby. FC United captain, now playing against Manchester United at Old Trafford. You couldn't make it up. He's played in. Butterworth plays it across. Falls to Mariba. Nearly got an assist, Butterworth. It was tipped around the post. With 3 minutes left, I think this is a win. I might be preemptive, might be getting carried away, but Manchester United really haven't done a great deal in this match. We have been confidently and comfortably on top. And, well, if we could keep a clean sheet, that would be nice. Although, they're through on goal here. Rashford scores. Take back everything I've just said in the last 30 seconds. It might not be over yet. 2.5 minutes. I mean, we bottled 2 games last episode, didn't we, late on? It can't happen again. It can't happen again. Rashford uses his pace to get in behind. Ruiz didn't have the best of position in there, but ultimately, can't really expect your goalkeeper to stop a one-on-one. Let's just get away with 3 points. End the game. Thank you, Football Manager. Sometimes the game does actually listen to you. We get the win. We win at Old Trafford. We have the better XG. Same number of shots as Manchester United, but better opportunities. A great first half. Slightly not as good in the second half. Kept our brand of football going by conceding. And, well, with that, do we move up to 4th? We do move up to 4th. That is because Arsenal haven't yet played. If they win their game in hand, they go up to 3rd now. Injury update on De Silva. Out for 10 days to 2 weeks. That probably means he's not available the next 2 games, which does mean now that we are without probably, I'd say, our 2 best players in De Silva and Guruzaka. At least if you believe the star ratings, they're our 2 best players, both out. We've got West Ham in 7 days. Arsenal is then midweek after that game. Hopefully, we can do well without our star players, but we are going to look a little light up front, I think. This is getting a little bit ridiculous now. I'm just getting offered job interviews by everyone. Gonna be honest, Chelsea, you were predicted to finish 2nd. You're currently in 10th. You've won 1 game in your last 5. It was against Besiktas. You've not won in the league in a while. No, I'm not going to laugh at you as much as I laughed at the Manchester City job offer. But no thank you, Daryl. Okay, folks, game number 2, taking on West Ham at home. Worth noting, West Ham currently in 8th, only 3 points behind us. If they were to win this game 2-0, they would go above us, so we can't afford to underestimate them. As much as I wanted to cast my eyes upwards, we've got to be wary. There are plenty of teams hunting us down in mid-table, and it is still very congested down here. Of course, you can see a few other teams have played. Chelsea won their game, Man City won their game. Basically, all the results that would have been nice to go our way haven't really gone our way. As a result here, we could win and go up to 3rd. We could lose here and be down in 7th and below board expectations. So we're going to get into this. We're going to hope that we can, well, put in a good performance. Worth noting, Butterworth's picked up an injury, so he's going to be out of the team today. Elsewhere, of course, De Silva picked up that injury last match. It's not super long term, but he won't be able to start, so we are going to bring in Woodward out on the left-hand side. Elsewhere, we're going to stick with Junior. I think he had an okay game last time out. I say that, it wasn't that good, was it? Do I want to bring in Mariba? How much do I dislike Mariba right now? Now, you know what, Mariba, this is your chance to redeem yourself in front of the people. Okay, game number 2. Let's see what we can do. Woodward out on the left. Big game for him. Severin on the right. Of course, we are now without our 2-star men in Gorojaga and Da Silva, looking a little bit weakened. In terms of West Ham's team, couple of players I recognise. Menino in the midfield. Gallagher out on the left-hand side as well. And, well, there is the league table in all its glory. It is so crazily close. And, well, knowing that we've got Arsenal in the next game away from home, can't really necessarily expect to win that one. So a win here does feel quite significant. Okay, first highlight of the game, corner, near post, McIntosh hits the woodwork, and it's scrambled away from danger. That is the first thing we've seen all game. You can see here statistically, we're having more of the ball, creating a little bit more, but neither team having a whole lot of shots on target. Also, I've got to say, I do respect the fact that West Ham are doing so well using a 4-4-2. There's something beautiful about a 4-4-2. As beautiful as our style of football is, what West Ham do is also quite pretty. And well, can we have a pretty goal here? Middleby, through the middle, hits it, one-on-one with the keeper. Probably should have done a little better there. I feel like the longer this game goes on and remains 0-0, the more nervous I'm going to get. But we could have a chance here as Severin, oh my word. Thunderous volley just over the bar. I thought he was about to score a screamer. I do feel like this game we're lacking a little something going forward. We're definitely missing our star players. At the break, it's 0-0. You can see here the XG story. It's not been a very interesting story so far. There's been no goals. This isn't good enough, unacceptable. Step it up. We just won at Old Trafford, lads. Now we're at home, in front of the people. Give them something to enjoy. Give them something to cheer about, please. I'm begging with our players. I feel like I want to make changes now. It's only 57 minutes in, but I've just not really liked what I've seen. You can see here, Severin has really struggled. Unfortunately, our only option to play out on the right is Henier, which I think we're going to do. And then I'm going to bring in Junior into the midfield and move Mariba across. By the way, Mariba currently on a 6.8, so not doing what we need him to be doing here. We are lacking, I suppose, impact options on off the bench. I feel like normally we have really good impact subs. Because of the injuries in the wide area, those impact subs are now starting for us, which does leave us a little blunted going forward, which isn't exactly ideal because with 30 minutes left here, it's still 0-0. We really should be winning this game. I feel like we could still win this game, and well, we might have a chance here. Junior, wide to Henier. Ulrich with the ball through to Mariba. It was his moment for redemption and he's missed it. He's kicked it straight at the keeper. We've been so dominant in this game. 58% of the ball. We are just dominating. Well, we're dominating it. That is what the word dominant means. We've had 19 shots to their 8, and yet we can't find a breakthrough. And the longer it goes on, the more it's going to scare me. We might have another one-on-one here. Middleby. I mean, who is their goalkeeper? He has saved a lot of one-on-ones there. And I'm a bit annoyed. I want to check out their goalkeeper after this game. It's still 0-0. Can we please find a breakthrough? Menino, back to Queiroz. He plays it forward, but Telio is there to mop it up. I am scared about our centre-backs on bookings. What I'm not scared about is the fact that Henier is one-on-one with the goalkeeper. And this time, praise the football manager gods. We've got a goal. We've got the breakthrough. We make it 1-0, and well, it's a little overdue, but we will take it nevertheless. Oh my word. Breathe a sigh of relief, everyone. Okay, I feel better now. I feel better. Junior on off the bench. Henier moved into the wide area, doing what some of our other players couldn't as he tucks it away. And, well, with that, we go ahead. Mariba's not really had a good game today. I'm going to take him off and bring in Aboubakari elsewhere. I'm going to bring in Valdir at roaming playmaker and then not play him as a roaming playmaker. I'm just going to play him as a defensive midfielder on defend. I want to try and see out this game just a little bit. We can rein in the players. We don't need to be quite as adventurous going forward. In possession, just, slow down the play a little bit, pass it a little bit shorter, time waste a little bit more. We need to do a bit of game management, I feel like, in this one. West Ham still could get something. I mean, I'm hoping they're not going to get anything, and as the time trickles down, I'm hoping it's just going to keep going and going and going. As now we're in the 85th minute, and we're looking to play it out from the back to Leo, 40. Aboubakari back into the team on off the bench. And well, we continue to knock it around with a bit of confidence, a bit of swagger in our play, and then we lump it forward. Not great, I'll be honest. And now West Ham with the ball, which is also not great because they look dangerous. Reigns on this near side, bursting past his man. Can he get the ball in? He can. He floats it back post. Gallagher's there. Fofana gets it away from danger. Francis, though, gets the second ball. Oh, my word, Ruiz. What a stop that is. I don't think he knew anything about it, but he's got a big hand on it. And with 4 minutes left, just end the game. Blow the whistle, ref. Okay, we've survived, and that's really what this game felt like, a survival mission. These are the kind of games that you can sometimes drop points in and feel annoyed about. I will happily take a 1-0 victory in a game like that. West Ham were awkward. We kept a clean sheet there, by the way. That doesn't happen every day. Only 1 goal conceded in our last 2 games. Miracles can happen. And with that, we move up to 4th. Although both Arsenal and Manchester United have games in hand. If they win them both, we'd go behind both of them. Apparently Zidane's been spotted at Selhurst Park. He is manager of Milan. Apparently he wants Middleby. Absolutely not Zlatan. He's not available. Okay, we've got one more game today. It's against Arsenal. Pretty big one. A win here, we really move ourselves into the top 4 and start to look like the real deal. We've only got 4 days to prepare. Jurgen Klopp's their manager. I feel uncomfortable just imagining that. Right, let's get to the game. I feel... No, that can't happen in real life. I don't like it. So Arsenal up next. We need a win here, and I feel good. I'll be honest, after last episode, I was feeling a little bit flat. The form wasn't looking very good for the month of October, but since then, we've really kicked on, and actually, as you can see here, we've only conceded 1 goal in our last 4 games. We've really started to shore things up at the back. I think it's undeniable that Fofana has had a rather positive influence since he's come into the team. Not a small amount of money paid at 36.5 million, but a 7.2 rating. We've played him at right back. We've played him at centre back occasionally. There is a small part of me that wants to try him at centre back with McIntosh at right back, but I'm not sure today's the day. Just a little side tangent. We've had our youth intake preview for the year. It's absolutely so as a result, we're not going to talk about it. Apparently it's good. This ain't good, Gareth. We have different standards. There's a sea of E's, mate. There's a sea of E's. 20 working with youngsters, good attributes, doesn't know anything. So unfortunately for us, De Silva's still not fit enough to start the game. He's on the bench, probably won't use him unless there's an emergency. That does mean that Woodward's on the left and Severin is on the right. They are a little bit of a step down, aren't they, from Gurashaga and De Silva? I've mentioned that a little bit already. I'll continue to mention it. I want you to remember we're weaker up there. Middleby having to do the heavy lifting. And to be fair, he's done a fair amount of the heavy lifting so far. Elsewhere in the team, Junior is going to play alongside Henia with Ulrich in the middle. I feel like we've not really sung the praises of Ulrich enough. This man has done fine. It's not a glowing review, is it? He's not been terrible. He's not been amazing. I suppose the fact that we spent over £40 million, maybe you expect to get a little bit more bang for your buck. But you know what? He stitches the play together well, and well, behind him, defensively, we've looked fine. There were question marks over 40 defensively. I think those question marks still do exist. I mean, he has 9 marking and 12 tackling in the Premier League. But what he lacks defensively, he makes up for going forward. And to be fair, 7.05 rating. I don't think that's terrible. Anyway, we're going to submit the team, get into this game away from home against Arsenal, an Arsenal team who I think are currently in 3rd, so they're quite good. Klopp's their manager. They've got Ramsdale in goal. They've got Ben White still in their team. They've got Weston McKennie, Smith Rowe, Saka. Yeah, there's plenty of familiar names in their team. It's a good side. Throw in on the far side so far, Even Stevens, first highlight of the game. Oh my God, what do we do? Are we okay? I think it's all fine. What I was about to say is early stages of the play, it's been very even. We've not had a highlight yet. They've not had a highlight yet. I don't know what we just witnessed there though, and it made me nervous. It made me worried. But maybe we can alleviate those concerns with a Woodward run. He runs. He finished. Who needs Gurashaga? Woodward. I didn't know he could do that. I didn't know he had that ability. I mean, that was a very good goal. Tulio will get an assist. Does he deserve an assist for that? Does that justify the assist? I'm not sure it does. Either way, Woodward goes on a wander, gets inside. Ramsdale flaps his hands at it like a wacky, wavy, inflatable tube man, and we have the lead. I don't want to get too carried away here, but imagine if we keep another clean sheet. Imagine if we can keep things tight at the back again. I will start to believe that this team, this shape, these players, they have the capabilities to do special things. You know, we were pretty crap to start the season. Oh my Woodward's through again. He's scored again. I don't even know what's happening. We're just lumping the ball onto him on the left-hand side and saying, do magic. And it turns out he's a bloody magician. He's got a hat. He's got one of those little pointy sticks with the white nib on the end. He's got one of those fancy blazers that has flowers in it, and it also has goals in it, and he just keeps pulling out more and more goals out of his pocket. It's 2-0. I feel like the analogy of the magician went a little bit too far there. We're 2 goals up. I want Woodward to get a hat-trick. Give the ball to him. Just make the run. I'm pointing at my screen and telling him to run. Imagine if that was a thing in Football Manager. Real time, you can tell the players what to do. Woodward, make the run. Okay, I'm getting a bit carried away here. I'm expecting him to score every time the ball goes near him, which obviously isn't sustainable. And, well, hopefully the defending that we've had so far this episode is sustainable, because we might have to do a little bit here as Fofana wins the ball and gives it forward to Severin. He was quiet last game. He was disappointing last game. Was okay against Manchester United. Can he do something here? He's inside. Number 14, he makes it 3-0. I don't know what we've witnessed today. I don't know. We're away from home against Arsenal. This shouldn't be how this match is playing out. This isn't how it's meant to happen. And yet, we've just made it 3-0 inside the first 35 minutes. Junior, back into the team, runs wide, creates that channel of space for Severin to go into, opens up his body, wraps his left foot around it, sticks it in the bottom corner. We want 4! Okay, maybe I'm getting carried away. I want 4, though. Who cares about defending? We're a team all about goals. I'd rather win 4-1 than 3-0. That's my mantra. Tullio, Henier, oh my word, what a ball. Severin is in for his second of the game, potentially on this occasion. Ramsdale finally remembers he has hands, parries it wide. We've put on a clinic so far, but right before half-time would be a bad time to concede. And well, we're going to concede. A corner to the back post, headed initially at Ruiz. He parried it straight to Garitano, who scored the rebound. And well, I said 4-1 was better, didn't I, than 3-0. That might well be put to the test here. Did well, actually, to get it in from a tight angle. Tad disappointing to concede from a set piece right before half-time. And then a kick-off highlight. No. Stop it, Football Manager. No. You know what? 3-1 at the break, I'd be fine with. 4-1, delighted with. Woodward, make the run. Get the ball. Do a football. Arsenal with the ball. If they get a second here, oh, they're going to, aren't they? They're going to. Ruiz, I might need you to do some heroics. Saka, queuing up in the middle, our options. Emil Smith-Rowe hits wide. Well, can we have half-time now, please? No, we can't. Oh, God, I hate it. I'm not having fun, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not having fun. Get it away, McIntosh. Ben White. I mean, if Ben White scores that, then we just write off the whole game as unrealistic and stupid, don't we? It's gone wide of the post. It's 3-1 at the break. Arsenal had a little bit of a late resurgence. I'm going to tell the players I'm unhappy. But, oh, God, okay. I wanted to tell them I was unhappy because, like, we've kind of got a bit complacent after we went 3-0 up. But Ulrich, Severin and Woodward, they've not got green, smiley, happy faces. They've got the red, sulky faces. I feel guilty. Good news is we've started the second half more securely than we ended the first half. There's been no highlights, and suddenly it's the 60th minute, and I maybe start to consider changes. Is it just me, by the way, who waits to the 60th minute or near that to make changes? Is that a weird thing? Do people make changes sooner? Oh my word, Severin has an effort that's blocked. Jack, let's not discuss subs now. There's a time and a place. This is neither the time nor the place. Because we have the ball, and then the highlight ends, but we're straight into another. It's relentless. 40, bring the ball forward. I'm going to say it every time he touches the ball. Really wish he didn't have the number 24. Middleby, Severin, should score it, doesn't score it. Ramsdale's turned into a god. It's like he conceded the third goal, and then he remembered what his job was to do. And that's disappointing. We've got a corner, cleared away. Smith-Rowe just lumps it clear. I'm going to make changes. So at the back, 40's not had a good game, so we're going to take him off and bring in Omar Richards. A little bit of experience to hopefully just see out what remains of this game. McIntosh isn't having a good game either, but I don't really like to change up the centre-back setup mid-game. In the final third, of course, we're lacking options right now. I'm not going to risk De Silva, but I do kind of want to take off Middleby, I think. So I'm going to move Junior into the false 9 position. Middleby, not having the greatest of games, has had to play a lot of minutes for us recently, so I'm going to take him off. I'm going to bring in Aboubakari, who recently has been complaining about a lack of first-team football. I think I did promise that he'd be an important player. That was a lie. He's going to get a chance today to show us what he's all about. Is he like the hokey cokey? Is he what it's all about? Does he put his right leg in, his right leg out, in, out, in, out? We're about to find out. And we might be about to find out now, because here he is, dinking it. Tullio hits it against the post. It was offside anyway. Wouldn't have counted. I would be quite content for this game of Football Manager just to end with no more highlights. The fact there's one here scares me. It's Smith-Rowe on the far side. It's 3-1 Crystal Palace away from home. At 3-0, we look comfortable. At 3-1, we look nervy. We look scared. Even more so because Arsenal are coming forward with the ball again. Gary Tano, Smith Rowe, they've cut us open in the middle. But I'll tell you, they've not cut open Ruiz. He's not on the dissection table today, but the pundits might be dissecting that save. He tips it wide of the post. Then the resulting corner, headed over. 15 minutes. Just defend. Or 4-1? 4-1? I did say 4-1. We've hit the crossbar there. Okay, look. 4 minutes left. Another goal here would ease my nerves. Watching us give away the ball like that does not, because Arsenal have been really good at producing chances from deep, and they're going to do it again. They're through on goal, 1-on-1. I mean, that is a professional foul by McIntosh. It's in the box. If it's a legitimate attempt to play the ball, he won't get sent off. VAR's checking if it's a penalty. I'm 99.9% sure it is given. I mean, McIntosh given a yellow card for it. We look at Ruiz. I've bigged him up, and he's let me down. It's 3-2. It's 3-2. You know what? Maybe I should do the Valdir change again. So bringing in Valdir to play defensive midfielder in the DM position, just over a little bit of coverage. I've ended up taking off Henia and moving Ulrich further up the pitch. That's just time waste and pass it shorter as well. We need to initiate the dark arts. There's 3 minutes of added time. End the match. Thank you, Football Manager. 3 wins out of 3 today. That's a good way to end the week. Some tricky games, but we came through them well. What I will say is, we got very lucky in that one. Arsenal's XG at the end was like above a 3. They were way better than us, but Ruiz did us a massive favour. Very, very grateful for him. Also, it felt like a lifetime ago. Woodward had a good first 10 minutes, didn't he? He's looked like a really good addition to the team since he's come in. His pace as a kind of an impact sub really can't be understated. Have him to thank as well for the win today. I said I was going to look at him after the West Ham game. I forgot to do it. Lewis Jr., the goalkeeper who very nearly ruined my day. Of course, he was in goal for them in that last game. Only kept 5 clean sheets. He was amazing against us. The good news is we still managed to win that one. And in fact, we managed to win all the games today. All by a 1-goal margin, all narrow wins, but they all count. And well, this is how the league table looks. We are now suddenly 4 points behind Liverpool, who are top of the table. Maybe I start to dream. Elsewhere, we have to look slightly below us. We're only 5 points ahead of Everton right now. It's still unbelievably close. We're edging closer and closer to the halfway point. And worth noting as well, Newcastle still unbeaten in December. Yeah, they're doing really well. Anyway, folks, that's going to wrap up everything from me today. I hope you enjoyed this triple header to end the week. We are back on Monday. The January transfer window is going to be swinging open. We do have a little bit of money to spend, so don't be surprised if there's a new face or two. I hope to see you guys then, and well, until next time, it is me, Jack. Take care, have a lovely weekend. I'll see you on the next one, and yeah, I'm out.